fuck? A long time ago, I created a piece of art that really surprised me, as it turned out far better than I expected, with my skill level at the time, of course. It was a drawing of a tavern, or to be more specific, a group of knights resting in the tavern. It was nowhere near the level of digital art masters. It had so many anatomy problems and the details, the design. But back then, it had to be one of my best work, probably. I've seen this exact artwork in many places online. People used it without my permission, of course, but I didn't care. I was really happy someone noticed it, appreciated the work I've done. By the way, tavern. This place can bring back so many good memories, considering how many RPG players there are today. Those cozy vibes, slightly dangerous. You never know who you will run into. By the way, who are they? Are they strong? What's their profession and abilities? We can only imagine whether the characters here have just experienced something great, returned from a long journey, some difficult mission, or other great and epic adventure, or perhaps even a battle with a demon. There are many demons right now, inside of every one of us. Some of them are pretty obvious and are easy to spot, others not so much. For example, the demon of procrastination is... well, I could bother explaining and describing it, but it would take so much time. I think maybe for a next video... Oh my god! That's how those demons work. They lie dormant inside of us, ready to be awakened. We can distinguish some of them by their abilities, but always keep in mind that the demons, just like a regular Pokemon, can evolve. But why am I even saying all of this? Because I just uncovered the most insidious demon lurking inside me. One that's been quietly eroding my life for over a decade. As the demon of procrastination evolves, it can become the demon of... Watch out, its time-bending abilities are extraordinary. What? What? What are you trying to say? Meet me. Just finished high school. That also happened to be an art school. Did not so great. But why, you would ask? Well, besides not being the most talented student, I kept drifting into my own world. A world made of dreams. A mix of everything amazing I'd ever discovered or experienced. And all of that because I wasn't satisfied with this world. But the future shines brightly before me, and I can finally start creating these projects, bringing my dreams into the real world. I just have a feeling it's going to require me to learn absolutely everything, but I am ready for sacrifice. I felt control. But now I am in control. I set the rules for myself. Huh? I'll show you. Ikuzo! Being your own boss is great, in theory. There is so much more into that. In all of this, there was one character that evolved so greatly it became part of my life. I spent countless hours imagining his adventures in a fictional universe my head created. Some scenes were so vivid, I literally started crying. But sadly, my skills and discipline wouldn't allow me to share even a part of it with anyone. One day, I met a man. Let's call him the blacksmith. We became friends and started hanging out, spending time together. It also happened he was really good at drawing. Yeah, He told me about how he's getting $200 for a single digital illustration. He was drawing them for some guy that was currently writing a book, so he needed pictures. But damn! Assuming it took him like 3 to 4 hours, using only a tablet and his own computer. That seemed like an incredible deal back then. Teach me, master. How can I improve? And if ever possible, reach your level. The blacksmith was a man of culture, so he accepted to guide me on my artistic journey. But should he really do that? Just imagine that what you're currently seeing on the screen is made by me after finishing an art school. And as I tried to draw for a specific topic. Back then, I was really obsessed with this thing called concept art, not even fully knowing what it actually was. Repeating over and over what I saw my friends were doing. But they were actually really good at it. Those two were like geniuses standing next to me. They were both on this art site, getting very high ratings for their artworks. And I could only watch in envy. Concept art, concept art, concept art. Everything cool had this category. But I had another obsession. Speed painting. Finishing a full piece in an hour or two looked like magic, especially when done by a skilled artist. So I called Smith for a challenge. We started doing quick 30-minute sketches. I was hoping for at least showing that I can do it quicker than him. Much quicker. Speed painting was perfect for me. It let me hide all of my flaws behind the chaos. Just look at that, what I could draw in just 10 minutes. And you? Probably a few brush strokes. And he's still thinking where to put them. Huh? Nani? Bakana! Nandato! The hell? Hell? KO. Where's the sketch? He painted all in color. In just this short amount of time. Mr. Blacksmith, tell me, is there any hope for me to learn this skill? How is this even possible? And then he told me, just paint and observe. That's it. Paint and observe, and do it consistently. There is no way in hell he's telling the truth, but let's at least try. We need to target one thing, one specific domain, and nothing more, or we are not gonna make it. I didn't yet know how hard it will get soon, and how annoying the blacksmith will become. How on earth does he always nail the structure of everything he draws? I can imagine things vividly, but I can't draw this for shit. I can do it. It starts to look somehow. And I'm doing it all without a sketch, painting with shapes and splashes of color, just like he told me. And he was right. In just a few years, we grew very close to each other. The blacksmith was like a mentor to me, although he was still a very mysterious guy. I couldn't grasp how detached he was from his own work, like he could just throw it all away without a second thought. There is no need to hold on to the past. That only slows you down, he said. We were, by the way, doing many different things besides just drawing. The guy literally taught me how to fight. He made me really interested in MMA, technical side, especially the submission part. At the same time, learning about human anatomy. He showed me so many techniques that just work. I bet he was probably the first person to get me to let go of my stubbornness. And then, suddenly, he vanished, consumed by his own inner demons. The fight, that was too much, even for him. And then something unexpected happened. My cousin called me spontaneously. He was currently working on a game, and he helped me more than he probably realized. He simply asked me if I could make some backgrounds for his upcoming project. I instantly agreed. You know this feeling when something turns out much better than you would ever expect. How? Was I really that good already? Maybe I have some talent in me. Maybe I should try something harder. What about multiple character composition? So I did a test, and that's how the tavern was created. Ta-da! Thank you for watching. But the story continued. Losing a close friend hit hard, but it wasn't the end. That moment in time was the peak of my artistic journey. It all happened along my relatively successful career on DeviantART. As we know, DeviantART was completely different platform back then. The teachings of the blacksmith gave me strength and experience. With my new style of painting with shapes in full color, I was ready. But sadly, my creative interests clashed head-on with what the platform rewarded most. I always strived for variety, but others had usually one recurring theme in their galleries, which was not only okay, but really desired. There was a feeling of community and integrity. You could sense it that the platform was alive, but I never felt like a part of it, more like an outsider. I was drifting alone, making art and posting it quite regularly. No response. And then, one day, I posted this work. It was nothing special to me, but for some reason, suddenly... Oh my god, what's happening? The platform bugged. Glitches. Well, I quickly deciphered the puzzle, asking some questions. It turned out someone noticed me. And believe me, that person just informed everyone about my profile while ranting about the platform's algorithm. I was stunned, to say the least. There are very few moments in my life where someone helped me just like that for no apparent reason. In a moment of emotion, out of pure gratitude, I made a spontaneous decision. I'll be making art for free. I felt absolutely amazing as it started. Reading all of these comments was something I could never imagine. You could say I was even happy, waking up and knowing there were more drawings to do, that someone else would be glad to receive them, and I could get some practice in the process. And oh boy, I was putting a lot of work on myself every day, targeting even up to 5 fully painted pieces. But there was a problem. My art skills were very unevenly distributed. Just look, that's my work. Nice, isn't it? But this is also my work. I really thought that everything can be solved with just painting the mood. And all of that because I was stubborn. Really stubborn. I won't use references, because it takes my originality away. But isn't the whole point of this project to become better and more balanced? Yeah, don't overthink it, just do it. And so I started painting the requested works. And some of them were actually not bad. Oh my god, maybe I have talent for this. But as it always turns out, it was not the case. Characters were definitely my weak side, and instead of making my life easier, I started adding even more challenges. Some requests didn't really excite me, but I kept going, and I hated myself for that. But if you just for a moment thought that this entire project was the greatest recipe for burnout, you could actually, and sadly, be correct. And we are back to the beginning. I didn't want to think about drawing anytime soon. But let's be honest, that's impossible. Most of my projects need drawings just to be shown properly. But what about games? Those need to be programmed, and my programming skills simply do not exist. I have dreamt about being a programmer my entire life. but was only able to manage to struggle with game-making software. But life can sometimes surprise you. Just like this call I've got from my dad on this specific day. What? They want me to write a complete game from scratch? In a programming language? Oh, but there's a catch. The deadline is 1 month. Their programmer just ran away, leaving project not only unfinished, not even started. Oh, and can I remind you that you can't program? And they were obviously looking for an idiot who will deliver a finished product for half the price. And looks like I was the perfect idiot. Wait, what? It needs to be specifically written in ActionScript? But Flash is already dying. Not really the language I would like to start from, but okay. Let's then face probably the hardest boss ever in my life. The ultimate dream crusher, programming itself. Wait, there is a second boss. Its abilities are mainly mental attacks, shaming you into oblivion until you finally give up. No, that will not be me, not this time. I know. I know programming. What seemed like magic was just a set of instructions I could understand, just like any other task. But there is a slight problem. By learning just one new skill, I unlock twice as many projects I can work on from now on. But should I do all of them? I love them all. And back then, I didn't yet know about the paradox of choice. I really believed that the best course of action is to work on all of them all at once. But geez, the time is finite. Okay, I need to be decisive. Just pick one and do it. Been away from drawing for a while. Feels like the right moment to dive back and see what happens. Yes, let's remaster the old good tavern. At the same time checking if my artistic skills improved just a little bit. This time let's do it professionally, and we will use 3D base for that, with a proper perspective and lighting. This was honestly my worst take ever. Maybe I should find a regular job and just stay there forever, never to be seen again. Maybe I should focus on helping other people. But given how self-absorbed I am currently, even that may be a struggle. I eventually solved what was causing the problem. No, I'm not superstitious. Probably. It turned out it was all about context switching. You know, quickly jumping between domains you're working within, without any adjustment. I managed to return to making art again, and things went smoothly this time. But regarding the tavern, I was never fully able to recover from the trauma, so the challenge remained unfinished. And then, it struck me. It's no feat to be a genius from the start. My struggle to grasp certain ideas for so long taught me something far more valuable. The art of explaining complex topics to almost anyone. I was fully aware that a little bit of luck was necessary, and the luck in my case was a friend and a challenge. This thought grew up for a long time in my head. It waited many years to reach its climax, but when it did, along with the help of many people,
which will forever change the landscape of my society.
The formula was simple. First, meet with a group of people, make them feel safe and connect with each other. Then, teach them in a way completely opposite to how they are taught in school. Our priorities were things useful in everyday's life, like critical thinking and teamwork. We always tried to understand each other. I learned so much from them too, by not only observing but discussing deeper topics together. But it wasn't always so colorful. People come and go. You know, it's not a permanent relation. It's just a service we offer them. But it still hurts, in some cases, a bit too much. I started living their lives, focusing more on their problems than my own. We were basically doing everything. Creative workshops were getting too complex to define, even harder to sell, to advertise. But I kept going, believing in a great future. You try your best, tackling big topics. You strive to connect with people on a deeper level, but that's just you. The world around you is changing, and you struggle to accept it, trying to find a solution. But everything just works, randomly, or it doesn't. And I was stubborn as hell. There's no way I will agree on that. We won't be forcing punishment, discipline, and strict plan. We simply give them creative freedom. And if the physical space wasn't enough, we made multiple servers on Discord to support each other after the season ended, and for keeping in touch. It motivated me to look for knowledge myself by remotely helping people. It also motivated me to start many of my own projects. thanks to projects started by our members, I've got motivation to learn Blender and finally try my hand at writing a novel, or a set of stories designed for my world in mind, or experimenting with coding even better systems for everything we used here. Look, my programming practically surpassed my art skill, but there were drawings too. Yes, what you see is a reboot of the tavern. Sadly, it ended on these sketches. I may be better technically, but the old atmosphere was something I couldn't match. The expectations were just too high, and I couldn't afford to lose it again. But back to the workshops. My emotional instability was getting a little out of hand and stressing me worse each year. But what was the cause? Never mind, I was never fully prepared for my workshops. I was just preparing infinitely, never to be fully satisfied. My projects suffered the most. My only hope was to somehow use these projects, link them to the workshops, and allow myself to work on everything in parallel. I wanted so badly for all of it to connect, to survive, to somehow serve a greater purpose. The question remains whether my nature was compatible with this at all. I felt their eyes on me constantly. It felt like it wasn't good enough, no longer unique. I started to feel as if my presence in that community no longer mattered. That could be mostly in my head, but was it? You observe and realize how much the outcome depends not on you, your systems, attitude, or even skills, but merely people's behavior. Then AI showed up, and it gave me some hope. Maybe I don't need people after all. I can finally create my world without relying on anyone. And I was always a computer guy anyway. But for multitude of reasons, AI turned out not to be an answer. I made a video about this, describing in detail what really happened. This video was actually a weapon, but against what? AI? You see, some time ago I discovered a truth. It wasn't just stagnation. It is pretty impossible that you couldn't even finish one project for over 10 years. There must be some underlying issue, or something much deeper. As I am finally finished with you, now it may be the best time to take a closer look at the problem. And oh boy, what I discovered. It was indeed a demon. And it not only evolved, it got huge. I see you. Show your true form so I can kick your ass. You drained my energy for over 10 years, you worthless parasite. Let's fight, you dumb boss. Now as I see you, it will be easy. Huh? What happened? It's too freaking strong. What? It regenerated. I see. Every minute it takes from my life, it adds into its own HP. I can't win. Run. Run away. Run away! It's okay. I don't leave my room much anyway. Let's get back to work on my project. Whoa, that's a great idea. Go back. That's great. So many things learned. Happy. Huh? 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 Is this all an illusion? Illusion of life, of free will? Does time even exist? Am I just binary, biological deterministic machine running some algorithm? Running views? What? What just happened? I don't know, but you saved me. Okay, I must focus. Focus on one project this time. I definitely ended with AI. I don't want to use it anymore, but there were also good parts. Those early days made me feel like a child again. Before my nostalgia fades away, I think I should make a movie documenting my journey. And in the process, maybe try to restart my channel, focusing now on bigger videos. Oh, what the heck? Oh shit, that wasn't planned. Oh no. I knew it. Oh no, it's regenerating, taking my time. I need to do something. Next project. Has YouTube just shadow banned my video? I must start immediately. Next video idea. The topic. What's the topic? What should I choose? There's so much to choose from. Something easy and short and... oh. That's not easy at all. But, come on. Okay, so the tavern. How should it even look like? There are tables, wooden, maybe change the shape a bit, add perspective, stools or chairs, also in perspective, something on the table, maybe playing cards, but who's gonna play them? So the characters, wearing some outfit or armor. Whoa, it's not that hard, I can manage it. Some background people, diversify the races, we can add some fairies to the equation. And of course the bartender, with all the background, with even more background and a fireplace. And the stairs, don't forget about the stairs, and someone standing on the stairs, and the floor and the chandeliers, battle equipment. Oh boy, I can't do that. I'm not enough for this. And making just a simple composition is pointless. But we must start from something, right? Yeah, second chance. It's just a table. A simple still life should not be a problem for you. Okay, we made it. Now we can jump further. Maybe I should just do an outpainting of the original art. And so I did. And it was an interesting experience. But that was not the challenge. And I need the remaster to look much better and more detailed than the previous work. So the question which technique I should use, I will go with sketch. Sketching first, just to be safe, knowing where the details are. But the most important is an idea. And what's an idea here? It's just a bad sketch. Who are they? What is this guy looking at? Okay, next. Let's maybe focus more on playful atmosphere. Someone threw an apple and they are playing who catch it first. I can tell you it's not gonna be me. Sketching like that leads to nowhere. If the original is supposed to serve as an example, maybe we should note what elements could be improved. And I didn't hold back with it. I made an entire list, knowing I couldn't even handle it. But I was an expert in giving myself close to impossible challenges. Okay, next. Was I seriously considering filling entire canvas with my crappy sketches? Here you have it. The third is gonna be great, I can sense it. Third time's the charm, as they say it. It's utterly magnificent. Okay, the last one. Gave myself an ultimatum. If it's bad, I'm stopping it. I'm giving up this entire challenge. As a focal point, maybe this crazy dude levitating stuff. Yes, it's bad. So, I'm stopping the challenge, as I promised. I will never win this battle. It was destined to fail from the very beginning. What's happening? Ah, that's how it works. By tracking my milestones, I can turn every small win into damage. Dealing in smaller amounts won't anger the demon, so I can avoid its powerful attack. Oh, the demon hates consistency. Let's feed it a full dose of what he hates the most. And prepare for the final sketch. This time, I won't make that mistake again, and will use references as soon as possible. Better yet, I remembered a program that fits this task perfectly. It is called PureRef. I could never fully get used to it, but this time, given the situation, the program turned out to be a perfect tool for my job. Just look at this infinite canvas of fully customizable images. Am I ready? Yes. What the hell? No, no. Whoa. You screwed the table? The pressure is too high. Come on, just draw an ellipse. Yeah, and continue like that. What's that? Don't get distracted, it will get better. There we go. First and second character. You're doing great, keep it up. If something feels wrong, just add a muscular character to fix it all. Add some dude standing on the stairs. A paladin or a knight on the table's right side. Add a female character to the team, and the rest characters. But wait, there is this magical dude on one of my sketches. Let him be the focus of the composition. Should he be flying? Or just standing? And don't forget about the bartender, maybe in presence of his daughter, both greatly surprised of what's happening. Come on, it is flying, and it can be everything like those items. And even more surprise, like me when I see fairies in the tavern, but also realizing I can't draw a bag. Oh my god, one of my friends gave me a great suggestion. Of course he should be levitating beer mugs. The rest is just adding details, refining characters by changing some poses, including some more background figures or some extras, like items on the table. Oh my god, it's finished, and it's not looking bad. Doesn't have everything I wished for, but for one work it's already quite complicated, and I feel a pretty good balance of elements in this world. Huh? What? Oh no, I forgot about this. How to stop it? No, 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 it's too much. It's gonna get angry. Come back! I said come back! Ah! Wait. What? I could simply absorb this energy? That way we can slowly accumulate it for the ultimate attack. But if only it were that simple. It's already a few hours of me trying to make a decision. Should I use sketch as a base? Paint over it? Or use that sketch to make more precise line art, and then paint over it, or under it, or... The problem is, I've never done work like that, one that involves a full process of thinking, sketching and refining. Believe me, everything I've created so far has been purely spontaneous. What a crap. So maybe line art? Or... I completely forgot! Let's use 3D to simulate both perspective and lighting. Time to recreate the tavern's interior. Why didn't I think about it? It's so obvious. Concept artists use it all the time. We should make our lives easier, not harder. Alright, I actually had that idea before, but... Yeah, but now I may be better at modeling, and I should be better at painting over the models too. So what I'm really creating is just a base for my painting. But here comes the best part. Lighting. Imagine being able to trace every photon of light from your candle and just every other object, taking full control over it. Isn't it amazing to be able to control the mood of your work, just like that? Should I be worried? I think I'm becoming a little bit too positive towards this. Anyway, you can then paint over it and mix your artistic brush strokes with your simplified composition of illuminated planes and primitives. But if mood is so important, we need to specify a light source, the direction, color and strength. But let's maybe start painting? Compared to characters, wooden surface is so much easier to paint, so it should be a good warm-up. But wait, the 3D sync has perspective built in, but I cannot see it while painting. It's time to use the Krita's secret assistant tool. I have really no idea what I'm doing. Wow, just moving this light is so cool. Addicted? Maybe... I'm using line art now? But why? I just painted the tables normally, so the chairs, what's the difference? Okay, let's set up vanishing points the proper way this time. You go here, but the second point will be far below, outside the picture. Setting up those off-screen points was always a pain. My god, what am I even doing? But the better question may be, what is the demon doing? Oh my gosh. It seems that not having a clear direction, even for a moment, helps him regenerate. To have any chance of winning this, I must immediately come up with a plan. And stick to it. No more excuses. We should be simply grinding that one thing for now. Oh, why is it so hard to just know what to do? Bearing in mind that it's not just a name, it's really precise for my standards. need to remember that this line art is only the beginning, and coloring is still ahead of me. Don't think about it, please. Just finish this step, okay? So far we are quite ahead, and close to finishing at least that part, that part, that part. Will it sound arrogant if I say I quite like it so far? Before I begin coloring the characters, I plan to add some more shading to the interior. Yes, I will avoid working on characters as long as it is humanly possible. I like those line arts. For me, they could stay like that to the very end. I would rather choose a career as a stair painter, which is exactly what we are about to simulate, and instantly screwing it up by not making it on a separate layer. Nice. I wonder, is it at least satisfying to watch? Oh gosh, I erased a fragment of my table by accident. Luckily, I had a backup project, as I am saving incremental versions after each step. Alright, let's move on to filling in the outlines. First using just grey, and then we add color. Wow, I really like the look of it as it is now. Perhaps I could just stop here, leave it like that. It's okay, you worked really hard on this. But this shouldn't be the end. The demon would love this, but making it happy is probably the last thing we should do. We're entering the hardest phase, painting characters in color. It feels uncomfortable from the very beginning, and as a defense mechanism, my brain is jumping all over the place. Huh, looks familiar. Shouldn't I be focusing on one specific character until it looks finished, and only then move to the others? You know, like professionals do? Maybe it's that I want to play it safe, trying to look at the big picture as it's slowly becoming more coherent. But there's so many of them, and what's worse, all of them have to match the composition in harmony. It looks like I might have taken it a little bit too far. Okay, just to show you, this is what I'm thinking I'm working on right now. Enough of that. I am now using all of my brain power to focus only on one task. Let it be Face of that night. Please, let me finish it. New day, new energy. It's a miracle there's still some hope in me. My god, stop jumping and just end it. You're so close. Okay, you know, just use airbrush. Too soft? It's okay. Next. I may have just realized maybe I shouldn't fight myself while doing all those jumps and allow myself to just paint like I'm used to. Who knows? Maybe I work faster this way? Maybe it's just my nature. Failing is a part of the process. But sometimes it's just easier to start over. But sometimes you just start questioning your life. It's so much harder to paint a coherent face than to just sketch it. But I must stick to the challenge. It wouldn't even be a challenge if it wasn't that hard, right? Not sure if it's clear, but it was supposed to show a little family moment. And the kid is visibly being desperate to catch at least a glimpse of the show. But I can also do magic tricks. Ta-da! If there's a moment I was waiting for, it's definitely this. A break from painting characters. And it's unsurprisingly quite refreshing. I'm feeling my mental HP regenerating. Alright, it's only delaying the inevitable. They are all waiting to be finished, to fully take part in the story, right? No, let's finish the wooden stuff first. Why am I doing it? Is it really okay? Is it just procrastination, or there is a deeper issue? Wood is so pleasant to paint on. You can't easily mess it up by painting one wrong brush stroke. That's all excuses. Let's go. We're really getting close. So many changes still ahead of me. The scary part is, I don't know how many. Right now, I'm fighting with my brain, begging it not to jump again. But it does anyway. But this time, it's about the trophy on the wall, and I think it was worth it. But the greatest surprise was yet to come, when I revealed one of the Blender's light layer. And I was stunned. This looks freaking awesome, and it was waiting for me here from the very beginning. My excitement is immeasurable and my day is going great. I am so pumped right now. Let's go! I'll make it. I'll change it 1,000 times if it's needed. But I believe it's slowly heading towards the end. At least we can see some visible changes in their appearance, and the level of detail is really going up this time. I'm constantly looking up some reference images, so ideas how to paint a part of a character come to me a bit more easily. And I'm not gonna use AI at all, even for inspirational purposes. Flawed or not, I just wanted to stay real, untouched by any of this AI garbage, even if I'm about to repaint the same face 1,000,000 times. And how am I supposed to make that angle work? No, perish, you filthy demon, go away! You wretched creature! You unclean beast! Begone! Oh look, my spell just worked. Great, but I'm gonna need much more spells from this moment. Will she help me? She looks like a white mage. Every team needs support class. But I guess every artist working solo needs support too. Oh no, I'm not doing it. Are we truly heading for the end right now? I seriously couldn't believe it can be finished, and to be honest, I still don't. But facts and observations are telling me a different story. Of course, some characters are inevitably gonna be repainted for the 1,000th times. But I always explain it to myself, it is all for the greater good. And of course, for the challenge I have consciously chosen. But ultimately, it is all for this one purpose. They are like my army. We have one common enemy, and we are all gonna fight together. Or at least I hope so. Against the demon, I would need a really powerful arsenal. Maybe we could find something in a spellbook. The longer I work, the less I see the results. Am I really slowing down? I'm not sure if it's that simple. I think I'm reaching a critical point. The law of diminishing returns is actively telling me that I should stop. Maybe rethink my approach. And so I did. Time for the biggest jump. And the last 20% of the drawing we gonna do in parallel. I can't do this anymore. It is boring, it is stupid, it doesn't make sense to show it to anyone. I'm fully convinced this project leads to nowhere, and I regret even starting it. But now, it's time to say goodbye. Before I end this, I'll use all my energy I've gathered so far. Take this. Shut up, I'm firing my laser. Trust me, it will be enough. Well, yes, I know, okay, crap, I got carried away. Oh my god, thank you for helping me come to my senses. Let's get back to the video and gather all the... No, screw this project. I gave it everything and it gave me nothing back. I'm sorry. Take this. It's dead. It is completely obliterated. I can't sense its energy. I don't regret it. It's over. Stagnation is no more. Huh? No, no, please. It can't be. No, 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 no. I fucked up so badly. That was my last chance, my most powerful attack I would ever unleash. It's over, baby. Stagnation will take over your life, and you'll be miserable to the end. Huh? Wait, you said we? Huh? And how am I supposed to summon you? What? Harmony? Wait, what's going on? I freaking hate those symbolic, ambiguous statements. What am I even supposed to look for? What harmony? Everything seems to be in place, at least so far. We have exactly 20 characters in the tavern and... wait. Oh my god! There were 19?! So that was the harmony he was probably addressing here. Is it enough if I just add one more character? Every place seems kinda weird and unnecessary. I think I solved it. It was never about how many to add, it was who to include. That have to be it. I want to believe it. It must be the right direction. What the? When did it regrow its arm? It's over. Goodbye. Huh? What the heck? Just in time. You saved me. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's freaking do this! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh shit. This fight is freaking hard. With my current abilities I have no help, but I think I can get a few extra points of damage. Sorry, I must leave you for a moment. Wait for me. Every part of an image that can be improved can then be used as a weapon. And that's how I'm gonna fight from this moment. Let's start from the easiest one, the wood, so we can prepare our attack much quicker. What seems to be needing improvement now is the overall color of the wood. We need more contrast here. It will also help the characters pop out, and generally entire composition will get much more readable. I try to achieve contrast by changing the hue, color, or just adding the texture. Let's make a comparison. Much better. It's not over. We can get even better results with adding some more details. Normally I would say I hate details, but this is wood. Wood just goes with the flow, so I can regenerate my mental state. Yes, we painted so much wood we can now use it. Let's better not throw it up. Oh, I'm sorry, it slipped out of my hand. Next goal is gonna be the bar. Bottles, to be exact. I can use part of this masterpiece as a reference, but this time we are not gonna paint it right away, but model them in 3D and then paint over the alpha. It's gonna be much quicker and results should be nicer too. Oh yeah, just look what locking the alpha channel can do. We can paint everywhere without worrying about going outside the border. As you can see, it's great for painting labels. And now for the final comparison. It boosted this work by a lot, but also gave me something. Time to burn!
You smell something burning?
The demon is almost finished by now. One more attack and it's gone. We win. But what weapon shall we use as a finisher? Let's go basic this time. Plus a little bit of training, just to be sure. Besides weapons, I planned on adding some gear typical for an adventurer, like a backpack. But I didn't like that one, although it was quite okay, so I decided to repaint it, but it was a mistake. Because, oh my gosh, the pressure is enormous. We must finish it quickly. Back to version 1. Let's add helmet, the armor. We must protect ourselves from the demon's attacks. My god, it looked so good! My focus is once again all over the place. Most of the time, that was a bad sign. How are we gonna get the next attack? First I must find something I can use, jeez. Okay, just calm down. Those minor changes also affect your ability to fight. You never know what can potentially be used as a weapon. That looks good. Whoa, nice. Yes, but maybe we can get even more powerful artifacts like from this chest. What? Exactly, one more hit and I am dead. I need more protection. Yeah, now, do I look cool? I'm using references. I'm giving this armor everything I can, but it just looks weird. Is it even functional? Oh no. Years of neglect in observing objects are showing. My visual library has huge gaps, and that makes it really hard to depict what I want. I like medieval and I love fantasy, but my knowledge leaves much to be desired. But I promise to get better. I won't give up. I put so much effort into this work. The demon must be defeated. Now I feel the satisfaction I needed, finally dealing some damage. And look... It hurts. But I still believe that together we can make it. I don't even know you, but thanks. Those are all random characters to me. Yet I feel this strange sense of connection. I designed them, yes, and there is nothing really stopping me from continuing their stories in future. But now we must unite and fight together for any future story to be written. Because if we lose it now, no one is even gonna see it. And I feel the most responsible saying all of this. So I must take an action. Take your sword and let's go into battle. At least I can weaken its legs, while Renivius takes care of the upper body. Oh no! I lost my sword. Oh shit! Crap! Should I try to retrieve it, or just prepare another attack? I don't know. I can't make a decision. I am in state of panic. Renivius, how about you? What's the situation on top? No, please. Don't tell me it's broken. We can't win. We are doomed. This is really over. I seriously can't think of any other outcome. I have to use it. The most advanced technology to date. Yeah, I know, but it's healing faster than we can damage it. It's laughing at us. Yeah, I'm fully aware of the consequences, but I'm gonna risk it anyway. We won't be altering any part of an image. We will just look at what we could possibly do better, in desperate hope of getting some inspiration. Okay, I'm getting it. The cloth. It was a problem with shading of a cloth. No, it was about the face. The face wasn't right. Right? But it's getting better. Resembles himself more. It's getting closer. And closer. And closer. Having too many reference images is becoming counterproductive. Man, I cannot decide which one to choose. Why doesn't anything look good? Should I paint every... What the hell? It's him. It's over. I hope he's not angry at me for using the forbidden tech. But if that's the case... Jump. I said jump. Oh my god. I knew it. There could be some destruction, but this... I'd be happy to tell you the whole story about his powers and how the power level scales in this world. Your world, by the way. Renivius? Hey, Renivius! Oh no. He's gone. He's gone back now. He already returned there, just to live within me, until we can meet once again.